Tell me about writing this song and talk about the technique of playing this.
Wake Up Dead was a song that has my personal favorite guitar solo in it. And whenever we play this live, I get really excited, and every single night, I swear to God, this happens. I get excited and I get halfway in the solo and I forget where I'm at. And it's one of those solos where you're going, so this song, we have a love-hate affair. Wake Up Dead is the name of the song. So the lyrics that I sneak in my own house, it's 4 in the morning, I've had too much to drink, said I was out with the boys, I sneak in my bedroom, I slip into bed, I know if I wake her, I'll wake up dead. And that's what it was, because you know, I don't know anybody that wants to have somebody crawl into their bedroom when they've been with somebody else. And so that's what the song was about. And there's a part in there. I invented this one thing. I was really lazy at guitar, and I thought that when you're jumping chords like that, you have to lift off this chord to land here. No matter how elegant you are, it just didn't, there was a little bit of time in between. So I thought, just drop these 2 fingers right there. When still sustaining, there's no loss, there's nothing there. And I figured, hell, it kind of looks like a spider, so I called it a spider chord. And we did that in Metallica a lot. You know that riff, right? And then in Wake Up Dead. So that's a spider riff. If you want to play that part, we'll show what it looks like at speed. Spider riff.
Sounded great.
So that's shown up in Megadeth songs and Metallica songs, and that's my part. So if you hear it in a Metallica song, I wrote that song.
That's great. Dave, we have to talk about the Grammy Award-winning Dystopia record, the latest record you made. It's a great record, and I want to talk about the concept behind the record and the approach that you took in writing that one as well.
Sure.
So start out by telling me about the conceptually.
For Dystopia?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dystopia, what we were trying to do, we were trying to get the Rest in Peace lineup back together, and it was a disaster. Nick Menza has passed away recently. May you rest in peace, Nick. And it was hard because we were trying to get him to come and play, and he just couldn't do it anymore. So I was trying to assemble parts using drum tracks, and when the bass player would come into town, we'd lay down some bass stuff, and the current drummer that we had in the band and the guitar player, we had a full lineup, and we were supposed to go out on tour with Iron Maiden, and Bruce got mouth cancer. And we'd come off tour for a year to do this Maiden tour, and they said, oh, sorry, the tour's over, you're not going out. And I was so pissed, because we'd come off the road for a year. And the guitar player and the drummer were told by the management company we had at the time, you guys got to go find a job, so they quit. So now here I'm with the bass player and trying to put together a band again, and I was just frustrated and just thinking, do I even want to do this anymore? You know, this is just got me so mad.
Having to take on all that load of not having the members there and that canceled tour and everything, I mean, how did that affect what your future plans were going to be, what you decided that you were going to do once you were on the other side of that cycle?
Would you be surprised if I said I got mad? I did, and my family had to deal with it, which was kind of a drag, and I just was spiraling, and so I finally, contacted a drummer and I said, would you come out here and just lay down some session tracks? And I'd been looking for guitar players, and it had been 4 months of auditioning guitar players, and I called my management, I said, please send me another list, and I went all the way down the list, and I get to the very last name, and it's Kiko Loureiro, and I'm thinking, it could have been Pancho Villa for all I care, because, you know, I'm looking at that name, and I'm thinking, no. So then I click on YouTube, and it's this gorgeous Brazilian guy that just absolutely destroys on guitar, and I call up Ellefson, and I go, I found him. Found him. He goes, who is it? And I said, it's Kiko Loureiro or Loureiro. And he goes, oh, I know that dude. I played with him. And I said, what? I'm going to kill you, Ellefson.
Why do you hold back that information?
That's why he only has 4 strings. Yeah,
So you reached out to him, and David already knew him and had played with him?
He did know him, and he didn't tell me, so I was pretty upset. So he comes out here, and we go to Puckett's, and we're just talking, and I go back to my house, and the phone rings, and take a phone call, and he picks up an acoustic guitar, and he starts playing that Carmela Brunello, whatever that song is, you know, the whatever, and he's doing these just, and I'm flashing back to when I was in the studio with Marty, and I was just getting intimidated, and I was starting to get really freaked out, and I thought, you know what, he's out here for you, don't worry about it, and so we didn't play a note together. He went home, I hired him on the spot, he came out, we did the record, got my first Grammy, and the rest is history. Best guitar player I played with so far.